Hi everyone, I am back today with some more interesting class. I will take this part 3 of optical isomerism today. I hope you have read the two parts of optical isomerism and hope it find useful for you also. Do like, share and subscribe my channel also. So let's start today's topic, that is optical isomerism part 3. So do share my channel to your friends so that they can also get benefit for my channel, and I will also get motivation by liking my channel as well. Also do subscribe my channel and press the bell icon to get notified at the right time when my classes are go uploaded. So do like, share and subscribe channel to making easy chemistry in these lockdown days. Read carefully, read properly from my channel, and read it very carefully and crack JEE and NEET. This is optical isomerism part 3. I hope you have read about chirality. Next I have said about specific rotation, what is R and S configuration, D and L configuration as well. Yesterday it was a rocking class of Pinnacle and Pinnacolone reaction. Hope you have also enjoyed that class as well. It was a very important reaction yesterday. So today I am taking it in new case today, and this we are continuing today our regular classes. So this is optical isomerism part 3. So let's start today's topic with some application of R and S configuration. We have read about R and S configuration, what is R and what is S configuration in the previous class in Saturday. So today we are going to see its application, how it works, and what does it say. R and S configuration gives nomenclature of chiral carbon atoms. Here we are going to assign naming of Fischer compounds. What are Fischer compounds? I will be saying you in the next page. So be careful while reading this R and S configuration. Do watch my class at Saturday, the previous optical isomerism part 2, to clarify all your doubts about R and S configuration. I have crystal cleared your doubts in that lecture. So do say that class and come to this class then. Just see what is Fischer projection and Fischer compounds. See, here also we are talking about chirality. This is a carbon over here. We are this here at this position. We'll find a carbon. It will look like a plus sign if there is one chiral carbon. This is called Fischer projection. We are taking we can take any compound and write its Fischer projection. So be careful while writing the Fischer projection. I will be telling you in a separate class what is Fischer projection, and all their equatorial and axial position classes I will be taking later on. So just to understand that when there is a chiral carbon, only one chiral carbon, then the Fischer projection will look like a plus sign. See, if you have two carbons chiral, then the Fischer projection will look like this. And here the functional groups will be all different at this position. Also in this carbon, the compounds or the carbon atom here should be connected with four different groups. So let's see today's class what is the application of R and S configuration. Hope you have understand what is Fischer projection. I think this is not in deep. I will be talking about this in next coming classes. Just remember that the Fischer projection will look like that. Now start our class, that is application of R and S configuration. Today we are taking Fischer compounds. So just see, we are writing the nomenclature out here. So we need to remember few points before doing the nomenclature as well. So I will be telling you the few points. So first point will be we will have to assign priority. I said what is priority order. We need to know it. In the previous classes during my R and S configuration, I said about what is priority groups. We need to remember that. And next thing, we will number them like 1, 2, 3. We will number them according to their priority groups. If it will be a high priority group, we will number them as 1, then 2, then 3. See, before going to the trick of this R and S configuration, we need to remember certain things. That is, if we have least priority group at the vertical position, then we have to keep our configuration as same. What does it mean? As we have seen, this is a Fisher compound. If we see less priority order groups at this position, this and this position, then our configuration will remain same that we will get. Let's see here, our will be 4, here it will be 3, here it will be 1, sorry, here is, then here it will be 2. If the configuration will come as S configuration, we will take it, we will keep it as S configuration, or if it will come at R configuration, we will take it as R configuration. But see, if the less priority order comes at the horizontal position, then we have to change our answer. That is, we have to change the configuration. If you get R configuration, we will change it to S configuration. If we will get S configuration, then we will change it to R configuration. In the previous class that I said, we have to keep the less priority groups away from us, and the higher priority groups should be towards us. This is the trick behind finding R and S configuration that we have read in the previous class. How it will be helpful to us in this particular scenario, let's see. See, we have seen the Fisher projection as like this. Here is the chiral carbon over here at this position. So let's try to draw that Fisher projection. How does it looks? Take the chiral carbon out here. You see, now for the molecule over at the horizontal position, we will be taking the molecule coming towards us. This is at the horizontal position. If there will be any group, then the position will be coming towards us. If the position are at the vertical position, then it will be going away from us. This is the all about the structure of Fisher compound. Means, see, at the horizontal position, we see if any group are attached, then it will be coming towards us, and if at the vertical position we will arrange the different groups, then it will be going away from us. This is the concept and this is the trick. See, as I said, if there will be less priority groups at the horizontal position, see, let's say at here the less priority group is present, then it is coming towards us. But for R and S configuration, that I said, it must be going away from us, but this is coming towards us. So which configuration we will get at this particular scenario, we just reverse it and get the correct configuration, as I said in the previous section as well. That thing I had told just a few minutes ago. If the compound is present at the horizontal position, then we have to change the configuration what we get after before getting the correct scenario. See, as the molecule is coming towards us and the less priority group is also coming towards us, we should not take the configuration what we are getting now. We will converse or opposite the configuration when we will get this scenario. But if the less priority group will be present over here, then it is going from away from us, and this is the scenario that I said we will keep the same configuration that we will get after finding that R and S configuration. So this is also the vertical position. While telling about the vertical position, I said when less priority group will be present at the vertical position, then we will change the answer. Sorry, we will keep the same answer. This is what the scenario. As the molecule is going away from us at the vertical position, we need not need to change the answer. But at the horizontal position, the less priority group will come towards us, and this is opposite to our prediction. So this should not be happen. So we will change the configuration of the from R or S configuration. So this is the basic concept behind this R and S configuration application. Let's see some examples. If you have some doubts also, I will be clearing you in the next few slides that is coming the examples. Let's see. See, this is a very simple and very easy compound. So as I said, we need to first assign a priority groups and number the priority groups. As you have seen, this is oxygen, this is a chiral carbon. Over here as 4 groups are different which are attached to it. So see, as this is OH, as O is has more priority than carbon and hydrogen, we will number them as 1. Then as C is attached to CH and H and oxygen over here, we will assign it as number 2, and this is as 3, because here we get 2 hydrogen and oxygen. In place of hydrogen and oxygen, we take oxygen as the higher priority order. So I have numbered it as 1, 2 and 3, and here it is 4. But the 4 the less priority group is present at the horizontal position. So we need to be careful while writing the answer. So first of all, let us find the configuration from what is coming. See, here it is 1, here it is 2, here it is 3. So it is going like this, and this is anti-clockwise direction. Actually this is S configuration, but as the less priority group is present at the horizontal position, we need to convert it to R configuration. Hence the answer will be R configuration of this particular compound. Hope you have understand. If you have not understand, I will be clearing you by telling its actual structure in the next slide. See what is its actual structure. If as I have said, it is C, and we are going to see what is really going to happen. See, this is going away from us, so it is coming towards us, and here we will be seeing this is going away from us. Now you see, here OH is attached, here H is attached, here CHO is attached, here CH2OH is attached. See, here H and OH is coming towards us, while CHO and CH2OH group is going away from us. Means at the vertical position, the compounds will be going away from us. At the horizontal position, it will coming towards us. This is the Fisher projection, like this. This is a plus sign. So let's see what is going to happen. As I have said, this this is number 1 position, this is number 2 priority, this is number 3 priority. See, here hydrogen is coming towards us, but at the time of R and S configuration, I said the less priority group, here hydrogen is the less priority group, should go away from us so that we can get the actual configuration. But here the H is coming towards us, so we need to converse or reverse our configuration. See, from here I have got 1, 2 and 3 configuration, means it is in anti-clockwise direction, which will be S configuration. But as H is coming towards us, so we will change the configuration from H to R configuration. Here the answer will be R configuration. So I hope we have get the same answer that we have done it previously and now. This is the same concept. So I hope you have understand what is the concept behind this, and I hope you have learned it very carefully. See, I have taken another one example over here. There are two chiral carbons. This is one chiral carbon and this is one chiral carbon. You have to say me what is the configuration of this chiral carbon and the configuration of this chiral carbon. You have to mention me in the comment box. If you face any difficulty in finding the configuration of these two carbons, you can write me in the comment box. I will be telling you the concept behind it again, and I will solve this also for you. Personally, I will solve this for you and send the solution. So I hope you have understand today's class, what is R and S configuration and its application. I hope this is all about R and S configuration. I hope I have brought smile on your face by clearing the doubts of R and S configuration. See, for R and S configuration we need to be very careful, because it is a very confusing case, because hydrogen for less priority group we are going away from us, while other, if the less priority group is coming towards us, then we have to change the configuration. And in Fisher projection today that we have taken two examples, it is very difficult to understand and bit confusing. So if you cannot understand, just go back to the starting of the video and see again and again, and read it carefully. As this is uploaded in YouTube, you can read it again and again by also at 0.25x, or you can also read it if you want very fastly, also you can read it at 2x also. Hope I have made you happy today by completing the R and S configuration, and hope all your doubts regarding R and S configuration is over. So thank you very much for today's class. I hope tomorrow will be the last class for optical isomerism. Next we'll be taking some also brilliant concepts in the next class as well. So do share, do like, do subscribe my channel. Be safe from corona, stay home, stay safe, and read chemistry from Making Chemistry Easy channel, and clear all your concepts and doubts. Thank you all.